first, but we will see the talented Caden Hauser. Anderson Britton to kick. Parker Jenkins to receive. Sit back, relax. Week 5 of the college football season is here. And Lugs, I'm just telling you now, blink and you'll miss it. Here comes the offense, Hauser and ECU.
Yeah, and the critical part of this offense, when we talk about going fast and up tempo, winning on first down is super important. If you get behind the chains, it slows you down. It takes you out of your comfort zone. ECU tonight's got to be able to have success on first and second down. That keeps the speed up and puts the pressure on Army.
They said they want to run the ball and clean everything up. 37 penalties on the year. We expect a heavy dose of London Montgomery tonight at running back. So 1st and 10 from the 25. There's Montgomery up the middle. They've been rotating between Montgomery and Parker Jenkins in non-conference play, but they believe Montgomery now has earned the right to be ridden a little bit more as the tailback.
Well, that's a terrific tackle by Caleb Fortner, too, because if he doesn't make it, he's off to the races.
It was a gain of 5 on first down. Hauser over the middle. That's a good catch. Ball was a bit high, but that was Javante Connor, the tight end. They'll work in 2 tight ends. They think if the tight ends get going, it makes them really, really dangerous.
Already up to the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Design run. Hauser off the right side. He can do that. He'll pick up a couple of yards there. Casey Larkin trips him up after 4. I mean, Luke, you're in danger of breaking down the previous play of what you see because they just go.
Yeah.
Hauser, receiver, open, caught. Anthony Smith trapped it on his shoulder pad, gain of 41, and they're already running up to the line of scrimmage because they know they've got him beat deep and they're going to try to put one in.
Never seen so many offensive linemen sprint 40 yards at one time.
I'm sweating up here watching it. Montgomery. Caleb Fortner, leader of the defense after a gain of 5.
Really nice pitch and catch to Anthony Smith on that previous play. Middle field open, no safety danger, just loft it up and run under it.
Montgomery again, and that's a good job by Army's defense, corralling him after a gain of 2. That's Jack Latour, first man there, bringing up 3rd and 3.
Well, last week, North Texas against Army up at West Point was able to effectively run the football consistently. I know East Carolina wants to do that here too.
Play clock got under 20. Remember that moment. Montgomery squeaks up the middle, and he'll have a first down, so it'll be goal to go for ECU. Worth pointing out, early on the season, 2-2 on the year, but 2-0 when they score first. Any points. And it's quick. It's Hauser. Incomplete. Intended for Yannick Smith, covered by Jaden Mays.
You know, Yannick Smith, 6'3", Jaden Mays is 5'10", and I know they attempted the back shoulder throw right there. You might want to throw that up with a little bit of loft and let Yannick use that size and go elevate.
6'3", 207 sophomore, Somerville High School out of South Carolina. Kind of a muddle huddle here for ECU. Hauser up the middle. Hauser. And they're going to spot him just short. That was Fortner. We'll see if they have time to take a look at it, rather. Yeah, here it comes.
Ruling on the field is the runner was short of the goal line. The previous play is under further review.
All right, that's our ref tonight. Kevin Randall, a replay official Jim Downey. And Caton certainly feels comfortable that he scored the touchdown.
I like that play call too, Matt. You've got 2 tight ends in the game. You've got an unbalanced line. You've got the tailback leading up as the lead blocker for Hauser. We'll take a close look at this, see if he crosses that goal line. It's tough to tell from that angle.
Again, you have to have complete and total evidence. I mean, the ball looks like it's over. There's humans everywhere.
He looks like he's over, but it's tough to tell if the ball is over.
That was the angle right there.
I think this call will be upheld.
Oh, you know, I'm going to go the other way.
Are you?
I'm going to go the other way.
You think there's enough indisputable video
evidence? This is the one
there?
right here.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think.
Can you see the ball though? It'll be close.
Our rules analyst Jerry McGinnis is hanging out. Jerry, you want to break this tie?
I'm breaking the tie. I'm going with Tom. There's no indisputable video evidence. There's not a good line, not a good look down the line. Too many bodies.
Jerry, you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Jerry, remember, I'm the one that calls on you. All right, let's have. About the only thing that could hold up East Carolina and their offense is a replay.
That's exactly right.
Knees are up, balls across. I would love to take out Luganville and Jerry on the first one. Here we go. Here comes the announcer.
Too much of a shadow.
After review, the ruling on the field is changed. Touchdown.
Oh!
Yo-ho! Pirates strike first. So does the play-by-play guy.
Yes, you did. Jerry and I are 0 for 1.
McMazzy on for the extra point. 9 plays, 75 yards in 3:02. So it took a review of a quarterback run to score the touchdown, but it was the big ball to Anthony Smith for 41 that set it up.
I mean, look at the middle of the field. Just nobody over the top, no middle safety. And Caden Hauser bends over Anthony Smith across the middle and just brings him across. Juggles the football, is able to secure it, and then it's a ground and pound. As we talked about, East Carolina wants to run the football early and often. It doesn't interfere with their tempo, Matt, but they think they've got an advantage up front.
They trapped that against his helmet. It was a good play out of Smith in that offense. So 6 runs, 3 pass. They said coming in, we have to run the ball.
Yep.
The running stats coming into the season, they weren't good. 99th in the country in rushing. They want to improve on that.
Well, and they've got really talented running backs. Number 7, London Montgomery, who we've seen. Number 5, Parker Jenkins. You're going to see him as well. They're very, very explosive, and they set the tone here early.
All right, that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And we bring out Dwayne Coleman, who they're going with the starting quarterback tonight. He's a shifty guy, and they feel like when healthy and executing, he's the guy that runs this offense at a high clip.
Well, he can go, and that's some of the quarterback run that we talked about when we came on air. And then when you start sneaking up to the line of scrimmage, it's when they're going to take their shot. Uber explosive, tough, not very big, but he's got a thick lower body. He's got more power than you think he does as a runner.
301 rushing yards a game. That's good for 4th in the country. Turnovers have been the problems early on for Army. It's Hayden Reed first. Coleman a quick pitch to Noah Short. He's one of their all-everything guys, and Short does a good job on first down. They want to get Noah Short going. He's one of those guys, he's all-purpose, 500 yards rushing, 300 yards receiving a year ago. He needs to be the guy.
He's their best offensive player, and you're going to see him line in a variety of different spots. He could be the pitch guy. He might motion as a slot and then come back around. They're going to find ways to get him the ball in this offense.
Offensive coordinator Cody Worley knows that if they're going to get one tonight, they're going to need every bit of 15. So a good gain on first down for 5. Fake. Coleman to throw. Sits back over the middle. And that's going to be complete to Samari Howard. And it is worth pointing out to the viewer, I mean, everybody's seen Army play, but everyone thinks run, triple option.
Yeah.
They'll throw on you now.
Well, if you notice the flow of the linebackers when they did that motion across the formation, had a little token play fake, and the linebackers vacated. Now let's take a look at this throw and catch.
The ruling on the field was a complete catch for a first down. The previous play is under further review.
All right, 2 possessions, 2 replays. You love the reviews.
Could be redemption for Jerry and I.
Oh, this one's, oh yeah, well, true. I get make it, take it, though. I get first guess.
Those balls thrown low, and
I think that stands.
yeah, he
upheld rather is the new vernacular. Ooh.
I think
that angle might change it.
Yeah, that angle's.
The first one looks like he.
Yeah,
that one
touches
doesn't
the
look like
ground.
it hit that one.
Yeah, I can see it right at the end, right on his hip.
All right, Jerry.
Matt, you can't change your vote. This is an incomplete pass. They'll overturn it.
That's right.
Yep.
So this should go by way of East Carolina. You can see that ball skipped early, kind of skipped into him. Talked to Jim Downey, the replay official, prior to the game. He said in a game like this, when East Carolina's on offense, it is hard to get into replay because they run so quickly.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for them to even keep it up with it. Here's the announcement.
After review, the receiver did not complete the process of the catch. It is an incomplete pass. It will be third down. Please reset the game clock to 11 minutes and 14 seconds. 11:14.
So already the Pirates have had 2 replays go their way. And it'll be 3rd and 5.
11:14 on the game clock. Thank you.
This unit went 11 quarters without allowing a touchdown. A surprise unit so far to start the season. Up the middle, nothing there. Hayden Reed stopped after 2. And Army's gonna have to punt.
Credit Damian Wilson, number 10, the middle linebacker. He shifts right over into the A gap between the guard and the center. They want to run that right down the middle, and he steps up and makes a key block right in the hole. Good stand for ECU.
So James Wagonseller to punt. Probably caught that a little bit too early on the bounce. Kyler Pearson was back there to receive. So ECU strikes first. The defense makes a stop. Pirates ball when we return. College football prime time presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Very unlike Army. A 3 and out in just 84 seconds. You know, Blake Harrell, head coach, ECU loves that defensive coordinator before being named interim. Now the first full year of him being the head coach.
Well, and he's very familiar with that Army offense, as he's worked with Cody Worley, the offensive coordinator at Army at Kennesaw State. So a little chess match between the two of them tonight.
Parker Jenkins now in the backfield for the Pirates. 1st and 10, Hauser, play fake, looked over the middle, scans the field. Good job keeping his feet. That's Smith, Yannick. There's 2 Smiths. That's the Yannick one. Gain of 17 and a big play on 1st down.
Not only a great job of using his feet, but navigating the pocket and maintaining vision down the field, keeping his eyes up. Really heady play in the pocket.
A lot of times quarterbacks now in college like to pull it and run, but good job by Hauser keeping his eyes downfield, as Luke said, and that's Parker. Physical run for 1. Caleb Fortner, Andon Thomas, one of the other leaders of this defense, bring him down. It's a defense that's been gettable for Army, allowing 32 points per game. And you can just see the commitment to the run for the Pirates. That's Parker again for 6. Broke through a Fortner tackle. And Jenkins already busy on this drive.
Well, and they'd like something on that left side behind big guard Kyle Long, who's 342 pounds.
There it is again on the left side. And he's going to be marked right at the 1st down marker. So right now, Luke, just been heavy run for ECU. Couple of big plays through the air, but they've been leaning on the ground. Again. Jenkins for 3.
Well, Matt, what they have is they've got some size and strength advantages at the point of attack. Army is undersized a bit in the defensive front seven. Two best players of the middle linebacker, Andon Thomas and Caleb Fortner on this defense for Army. Both are captains, and Army only has two captains. But right now, between a phone inside a phone booth is how East Carolina wants to run the football.
Hauser fake. Downfield, one-on-one coverage. It's Smith again. Oh! Touchdown! The size of ECU taking advantage of the smaller corners. 40-yard touchdown, Anthony Smith.
Yeah, Anthony Smith had the big catch on the post route in the first series, and then that time jockey in position with the undersized Jaden Mays coming up with an acrobatic catch, tracking the football really well.
And already Smith, they talked about maybe some ball control issues with him a little bit. He's made two contested tough catches, one for 41 and that one for a touchdown.
Yeah, he struggled catching the football consistently each of the last 2 weeks and has come up big here in the first quarter.
Couldn't have picked a better start for the Pirates. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. They get him with the ground game, Lugs, then they just beat him deep.
Just what the doctor ordered. Explosive in the passing game, high tempo offense, some ground control, leads to 2 touchdowns for the Pirates.
Party was at, and that they bring Sup Dogs here to the state, and they got those juice squeezers.
Yeah, there's 40 to 50 lemons, limes, and grapefruits in a single bowl.
We learned that from Jess last night.
Yes,
that
we did.
Different kinds of fruits. Look, and we had to do the responsible thing and try the Orange Crush last night just so we could knowledgeably talk about the
I didn't want to do it.
We did. But they insisted. It's like, you know what? Okay. But our thanks to East Carolina and Sup Dogs for everything they did for us on Sports Centers. That kick's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a procedure penalty on ECU.
Kicking team. The ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
All right, Luke, let's take a look at our impact players built by the Home Depot.
We'll kick it off. Listen, there's some really good players on both of these teams, and not only from an impact physically, but from a leadership perspective. Hayden Reed and Noah Short, 2 best offensive players on offense outside of Dwayne Coleman, the quarterback. And then Tegan Wilk and Jamarlee Riddle, the 2 safeties for East Carolina. The strength of this East Carolina defense is straight down the middle.
An 84-second 3-and-out the first time for Coleman in the offense. That's Reed up the middle. Not much going. Hayden Reed took the place of Kanye Udo, last year's leading rusher, who transferred to Arizona State. That's Tegan Wilk and Rashid Reason that teamed up on the tackle.
So you talked about the strength of this defense. Go down the middle of it. Those 2 safeties in Wilk and Riddle we mentioned, they are going to fly up to the football quickly. They got to keep their eyes peeled.
That's the pitch. That's Short. He's the big game guy, and he's going to get a first down for Army. That's exactly what they needed in a gain of 15. You fake it to Reed, you pitch it out to Short. That's Army football in one play.
Yeah, Dwayne Coleman's got 2 reads here. He's got his keep or give read, and then he's got the pitch read on the end man of the line of scrimmage right there. Perfectly executed clinic video.
Coleman to throw. Checks it outside to Short. He's going to get a little something out of nothing. Now, I know what people think, down 14-0, as Army's offense has what it takes to get back in the game. But they've come back a number of times this year after getting to an early deficit. They did it last week against a high-scoring North Texas team.
Well, what's interesting about this offense is you don't generally associate it with big explosive plays. The reality is most triple option or option-oriented offense provide the most explosive plays. They just end up being on the ground.
A 21-point comeback a week ago. Carson Smith in the backfield for the first time. They're going to give it to Carson Smith. You can see the physicality with which he runs, and he picks up 3. Tegan Wilk there on the tackle. Now 3rd and 5. And my guess, 4-down territory.
Has to be. And I think if this game was 0-0 right now, I believe it's 4-down territory for Army. Got to get half of it here.
Last week down 28-7 in the second quarter to North Texas. Was able to work their way back into the game. Coleman cuts it up. ECU there. No gain, and Wilk and Johnson Jr. there. And the offense is going to stay out on the field.
Well, Dwayne Coleman's going to wish he had that one back. And the ECU defender did a nice job of kind of playing two guys at once. But had he pitched that football, they would have had a much better opportunity on the perimeter because they were locked up man-to-man with their stock blocks on the outside.
10 of 14 on the season on 4th down. This one big, down 14-0. Coleman doesn't have anybody, then finds a spot right in between the defense. And what a play by Parker Pulowski. How about that? Coleman looked like he had no one to go to, and then Pulowski found his way between two defenders. It's going to be a gain of 10 and 11 for 15 now on 4th down conversions.
And amazing how they ran that play and rolled into the short side of the field, the boundary side of the field where everything's going to be most congested. Credit Dwayne Coleman for hanging in there, surveying the field. Ooh, fresh set of downs for Army.
That's an old school flood right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, everybody was over on that side of the field. Coleman over the middle, has a man wide open, and he dropped it. Hayden Reed found his way out of the backfield. Coleman didn't do a good job leading him on the ball play, and that could have been trouble.
And Parker Pulowski, the tight end, he's coming across. He almost throws his hands up to try to catch it and realizes it's intended for Reed behind him. If he just throws this with a little bit of air, they are off and running. This is a touchdown for Army. Got to have better ball placement there from Dwayne Coleman.
Cody Worley had the perfect ball play on, and it falls incomplete. Short in motion. Short takes it. You can see the speed he has, but ECU's defense can go lateral as good as anyone in this league. That's Jamari Riddle, the young safety, and Sam Danka. So again, if your Army get 3 here, make it 4th and manageable. You don't need all 6. Coleman keeps, and they kind of throw him forward for a little gain. There was some hard hitting up the middle there. Carson Smith on the fake. Coleman kept it. And already a 4th down conversion on this drive. They'll do it again.
Kevon Morrell does a really good job staying home, keeping his eyes where they're supposed to be, all over the quarterback here. Big tackle, big play on defense for the Pirates. Army's got to be careful there with the clock winding down.
Yep. Down to 3, 2. And Army's going to use, no, they got the flag off. Nope, they got it off in time. Monken got the timeout in time. Back judge threw the flag.
That's their first. Be a full timeout.
Best football coaches in America.
I don't care what scheme you're running.
I don't care what scheme you're running. He is a damn good football coach, and he knows how much it means to win at Army, and that's all he has done. 12 wins a year ago, first year in the American, and they win it. But now you see Worley, the OC, at a big 4th and 5. Coleman has a man wide open. Dropped it. Hayden Reed drops his second pass that could have been a touchdown.
Wow. Just wonderfully executed in the play action pass game for Army here. And they split down the seam with Hayden Reed. Now, was this ball placement exactly what you want it to be? No. Was it more than good enough to be caught for a touchdown? Absolutely. That's 2 drop touchdown passes, but neither were an ideal throw from Dwayne Coleman, and he would tell you that.
That's Montgomery. They were attempting to out of the backfield, tipped by the Army defense. Cole Seawright. You know, back to the Army offense for a moment. They've been kicking themselves all year with mistakes.
Yeah.
Now, last week it was turnovers.
Sure.
This is a separate kind of mistake and a turnover when you're dropping and not executing a good ball play that was on.
And results in the same negative play.
Second and 10. All time for Hauser. Shoots one over the middle, incomplete. Intended for the other tight end, Javante Connor. And that's going to bring up a quick 3rd and 10.
Caden Hauser's telling Connor, you got to sit down there in the open void. Don't rush yourself and float into coverage, which is what he did. And Hauser's throwing that to a spot. Got to get on the same page. Huge down right here for Army on defense.
ECU's first 2 third downs tonight, 3rd and 3. This one 3rd and 10. Hauser over the middle, strike to Yannick. Big block. And a hurdle for good measure. Larkin and Shields force him out. And that was a gain of 27 and a key block by Anthony Smith to spring him for more.
Caden Hauser does a nice job just working through his progressions. Hits Yannick Smith in stride. See the downfield block from Anthony Smith. And here we are up on the line of scrimmage.
And that's Montgomery on first down. Cuts back, has space. You know, it's interesting, Lugs, the first part of this possession when they got to 3rd and 10, they had thrown it the first 2 plays and didn't get the running game to get him in rhythm. Here they are, gain of 8 on first down.
It ain't broke, don't fix it.
They said that ball was loose. They threw the bag.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down by rule prior to the ball coming loose. First down, ECU.
All right, so one guy had him down, one guy had the ball out.
We're going to have to take a look at this one too, Matt.
We've already had 2 reviews tonight. Well, that ball's out. That ball's way out. Did we have a recovery, a clean recovery?
The field as the runner was down by rule prior to the ball coming loose. That play is under further review.
So Cole Seawright's the one that knocked it loose. I didn't see who had the clear recovery, but that one's easy. That ball's out. So here's another look. You see him get spun around, ball's out right there, and now who jumps on it? That looks like one of the big fellas from ECU landed.
It certainly does. And he might have saved his quarterback right here.
You see it just kind of popping around.
It's a lot of white jerseys and one big purple jersey.
All right, so there's the ball. And then here comes the scrum. So the closest guy for ECU is Javante Connor.
Yep, tight end number 8.
He was surrounded by about 6 cadets. And if Connor can out-wrestle 6 cadets, that's impressive. So 2 reviews tonight went by way of ECU. This will be called a fumble. And again, let's bring in Jeremy. The toughest part here, actually, here comes the announcement.
After review, the runner did fumble the ball. However, the ball was recovered by ECU at the 30-yard line. It'll be first down, East Carolina.
How about that? And it had to be Connor that came up with it.
Well, and it's a bit of a microcosm of Army's season to this point, whether it's been self-inflicted wounds, turnovers, penalties, but also having some breaks go your way. Haven't had a lot of that for Army, and you've got 6 cadets around the ball. None of them recover the football after a jarring hit by Seawright.
I think Monken put it perfectly. He said we got a lot of good football players. We have a lot of inexperienced football players that were coming off that team that won the conference a year ago. So 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They're now 3 for 3 with things going their way by way of the booth. That's Montgomery. He's slippery. He's doing a good job breaking that first layer. Andon Thomas missed the tackle. They're going to give him 3. Again, Montgomery. You know, they said about him, he's our kind of back, a slasher and quick. And they wanted to find one they can rely on, although we've seen Parker Jenkins tonight, but Montgomery looks good early on.
Well, and he's got burst to and through the hole. He gets to the second level in a hurry.
Both of them went 22 miles an hour.
Yep.
Hauser didn't need to go 22 miles an hour there. He just needed enough for the first down, and he got it. Jacob Tuitoe and Cole Seawright. Under a minute here in the first quarter. Over the middle, wide open, and they are pillaging Army at home. Javante Connor recovered the buried treasure on the fumble, and he just found his way out of the backfield, sneaks out, and he scores.
Really nice play fake here in the backfield. He gets the Army linebacker flat-footed, keying in on the quarterback. Well, Javante Connor, 2 big plays, a fumble recovery and a touchdown on this drive.
You know, Blake Harrell told us in his 4-game non-conference schedule, he learned a lot about his team. And he thought if they'd had an easier schedule and gone 4-0, he said, I would have learned more about my team and our 2-2 start than I would have if we'd gone 4-0.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a false perception, right? But the level of competition put him in a position to really get a feel for how far along they actually are. And this is a football team that when they don't beat themselves, they are athletic. Well, you and I were down there on the field. This is a good-looking team.
Their 2 losses, NC State, 24-17, 1-score game. Last week, self-inflicted wounds against BYU. And if you go athlete for athlete, just look at this roster relative to the toast of the American. They're up there with Memphis. They're up there with Tulane.
Totally agree.
Speaking of, we'll have East Carolina and Tulane in 2 weeks from New Orleans, which will be a big one in this conference. Everett Scott to kick. Kicked one out of bounds last time around. Lloyd Benson the third. I'm telling you what, this week's slate of college football has my football hormones raging. And it starts tomorrow night because the much improved Virginia, the Wahoos, man, they've got an offense now against E.J. Manuel's Florida State Seminoles. But then you've got Notre Dame, Arkansas coming off the loss to Memphis. But then at 3:30, LSU won't miss in a big one between Alabama and Georgia in prime time.
That Florida State-Virginia matchup's going to be a lot of fun on Friday night.
What's the over? So that should take us to the end of the first quarter unless Army wants to get a playoff. My guess is they don't. Down to 20 seconds. Carson Smith is in the backfield. They don't have to run the play, but they do. That's Noah Short trying to string it outside. He cuts back and makes a couple of men miss. That was all Noah Short. ECU had that thing diagnosed, and he cut it up the middle for a gain of 8. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. It has been all ECU from kick. 3 touchdowns, 21-0.
We have a tough time stopping them, number one. And then offensively, we got to turn the sticks. We got to hit some of those 4th down passes. You know, there were 2 touchdown passes there that we had a chance to score on. So got to execute on those. Our guys have made some plays, but we were in this situation a week ago, and we found a way to battle back, and hopefully we'll do it again this week.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
And now Noah Short is just taking Army's offense into his hands. That's a gain of 30.
Do a really good job right here working that end on the line of scrimmage. They choose not to block him. That's the key for Dwayne Coleman, and he gets out to the perimeter. Excuse me, Dwayne Coleman. Noah Short.
21 points, the most ever allowed in a first quarter by a Jeff Monken Army team. But again, they were down 28-7 a week ago, down 21 points, and they came back in it. They're moving it well now here. They had a big play of 12 to end the quarter by Short. They had a big one to start the quarter here, and they got a gain of 5 on first. And you're right, everyone thinks 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That might be the case for a couple of plays, but then they'll pop a big one on you. And candidly, they should have scored a touchdown in the first quarter with 2 drop passes. And right now, Hayden Reed is in the medical tent. Carson Smith, the back. Coleman's just going to lower his shoulder. Kind of barrel his way for 3. Going to bring up a 3rd and short.
This is exactly where Army wants to be offensively. That first quarter, Army's struggles started because they didn't have success on 1st and 2nd down. They were constantly in 3rd and 5+. This is exactly where you want to be, 3rd and 2 or less.
First 3rd and short of the game. Right up the middle, Coleman. The ball popped out. East Carolina says that they have it, and they've given him the ball. And they went with Coleman tonight because Cale Helms turned it over 3 times last week. And now it's Coleman. And nothing going right for Army.
Rashad Reason, number 17, with the fumble recovery there. There was a ton of purple jerseys around Dwayne Coleman right there. You have tailback lead, quarterback follow. Ball pops out and actually goes backwards behind Coleman.
You know, we thought we might see both quarterbacks tonight. You wonder if they make a switch now with nothing going their way to get a spark. 2 dropped touchdown passes and now a fumble on their best drive of the game. And ECU with the ball. Quick shot outside. Jaquez Petaway. Then a gain of 6.
Jaquez Petaway, the Oklahoma transfer, is just an extension of the run game out there. You'll take 6 on 1st down every day and twice on Sunday.
Speaking of the running game, it's Parker Jenkins' drive now. And he bangs it up the middle for 2. You know, so far, if you're a head coach and you're Blake Carroll and you're doing a checklist of things you like to see, first one is 37 penalties on the season, none tonight so far. And of those 37, 7 of them have been false start penalties. They've played clean up front. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
4th and short.
Check that 4th and short. My fault.
No, they've checked all the boxes in terms of cleaning things up, and I think East Carolina is going to think this through. Now they're going to send their punt team on.
So again, after a good drive for Army, they get the defensive stop they need. Ryan Levy, they're going to punt it away to Lloyd Benson III. That was the first 3rd down stop of the night.
Delay of game, kicking team, 5-yard penalty.
All right, there's, I just gave the announcer jinx. I said clean and no penalties, and then they delay a game on special teams.
Never fails, man. They just took too long deciding what they wanted to do.
That's a good-looking punt by Levy to the 25-yard line. That's better special teams. What a play and what coverage by Peyton Mangrum. Punt to 46. Return to 0. It is all 3 phases early on for the Pirates. Army needs something to work. They'll get the ball when we return. On the middle of the field.
Love it.
ECU has it on their helmets. They're playing Army, and we can't thank our servicemen and women enough for what they do for our country. So Coleman's back out there at quarterback. That is a big play by the linebacker. What a hit that was. That was Josiah Robinson that came in and attacked downhill. He recovered the fumble, no gain.
Really nice job playing down the line. Ends up outreaching the block by the attempted tight end block on the edge. Great pursuit.
So Briggs Bartosh now in the backfield. The story tonight, missed opportunities and not having success on early downs for Army. And Coleman can't get anything going. He elected not to give it to Bartosh and took it right up the middle. Let's go down to Harry.
Hayden Reed has been in and out of the tent testing something on his lower body. I was told by the Army staff that he has been battling an injury for the last few weeks. I'll continue to keep you guys updated.
Harry, thank you. Reed had
3rd and 7 here again, as you mentioned, just not having the success on 1st and 2nd down. 0-4 on 3rd down tonight so far for Army. A big one coming up here.
4 of Army's 3rd downs, 5 or plus yards, Lugs, to that end. Coleman dancing around. Had all day to throw. And that's going to be caught for a 1st down by Samari Howard. Coleman was just playing schoolyard ball back there, hoping someone would get open, and Howard did.
Howard does a nice job coming back to the sideline and down the stem to give his quarterback an opportunity to convert this big 3rd down. And you're right, Dwayne Coleman just kind of navigating. They're going to have to take a look at this too. This was really close.
The ruling on the field is a catch for a 1st down. The previous play is under further review.
This the 4th replay tonight.
Take a look at Howard's right foot.
Atzing.
Could he have potentially dragged his left foot first before the right came down?
That'll be the job of the replay official, Jim Downey, to figure out. Ooh, I don't. Is it down before the right foot?
Well, that is
Let's bring in Jerry McGinn, our rules analyst. Jerry, what are you seeing on these replays?
So the ruling on the field is a completed catch. What they need to determine is whether that right foot, as you mentioned, Matt, is down prior to the left foot. That is extremely close. It looks like the left foot is, and they'll stay with the call on the field.
Yeah, extremely close. Won't get it turned over. It's got to be irrefutable evidence. Let's watch it again. Right hands possession.
That left foot does come off the ground. Jerry's right.
That's as close as it gets.
Yep. It's off the ground there.
I'm going to go and take my sterling record here.
Oh, we're 1-1.
No, I'm 2-0.
No.
Oh, I was on the once I got the clear angle on the other one, that was incomplete.
Once you got the clear angle.
That was incomplete. Check the tape. I think they're going to overturn it.
I'm going to side with you on this one.
All right.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. 1st down.
The mic was clipped. What do we have? Call upheld. It's
Call
a 1st down.
upheld.
McGinn for the win. All right, Lugs is 0 for 2. McGinn, one for one. No, one and two. Yeah, 2 and 1. I don't even know. Who cares? It's been a long day. Arizona State math's going to start coming in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so look, all seriousness, that's a big first down. Finally converted on a 3rd and long. They like that left foot dragging. Briggs Bartosh in the backfield. That's Bartosh up the middle. He runs hard. Look at Bartosh. They bragged about him in the meeting, saying, this guy, he comes in and he runs hard. We love what he can do. He's an Army prep guy. And you saw the second effort in a gain of 8 and their success on an early down that we haven't seen.
Yeah, with Hayden Reed continuing to be sidelined with that lower body injury, Bartosh now comes in as a true sophomore. He's a hard runner now.
That was Bartosh again. At this point, you could do that same play and have enough for the first down. Damian Wilson there on the tackle. I'm going to beat you over the head with it because it's very much germane to the storyline right now. Down 28-7 a week ago. In this position, they were down 21 in the second quarter and found their way back into the game.
Well, and they finally cleaned things up, and they just kept chipping away. Didn't look at the scoreboard. Ran their offense, executed at a high level, and crawled their way back into it.
A lot of football left. The throw on 3rd and short. Look out. Sack. Sam Danka. And that's going to be too much for them to go for it on 4th down. Tried to pop one on 3rd and short.
Yeah, Danka's going to come from the top of your screen, and he is in full pursuit. I don't like this play call. I think they could have ran it. I think they could have gone for it on 4th down at midfield. Too much risk there for a team that's not making their living throwing the football.
Coming into the game, 36 tackles for loss for the defense. That was good for 7th nationally. Make it another one for ECU's defense as they get off the field. So the pass rush stopped the drive. East Carolina with the ball up 21 midway through tonight's Then and Now Ludes.
That's our man right there, sophomore wide receiver Yannick Smith. Big play guy, great size. Oh boy.
Ludes.
Look at that. Pride of Torrey Pines High School, San Diego, California right there. Yannick Smith went to the same high school as A.J. Green, came out about 6'2", 190 pounds. He's really gained some weight. He's overlooked by most Power 4 programs, and it's because he's more explosive than he is straight line fast. But he's got great size, wingspan, can go up and make the contested catches. And look at the growth, 6'3", 214 pounds from 6'2", 190.
He's a good-looking athlete. He's had a couple of big plays tonight out of the backfield. That's going to be Petaway. That's a good job by Jaden Mays to limit the game to nothing. Going to officially give him 1, 2nd and 9. But Yannick Smith, along with Anthony Smith, Brock Spalding's been a little quiet tonight. Again, I said at the opening of the broadcast, this is as good a receiver room as anybody in the league. They're going to throw it. Oh, what a shot by Hauser. The tight ends have been a factor tonight. That's DeCerio Riles. That was a gain of 19. Another play fake. Wide open. Petaway's been busy. Gain of 11 and another first down.
Caden Hauser is in rhythm. That was one of the best throws I've seen in the college football season so far on the previous down, and he is getting the ball out of his hand.
Petaway again on the sidelines. It has been all throws on this drive. 4 plays, 4 passes, gain of 6. Hauser 10 of 13, 198 yards and 2 touchdowns. You know, it's funny, during the commercial break, Luganville and I were wondering if they would just run the ball and steal Army's soul. And here we've gone 4 consecutive, now 5 consecutive pass plays. Because you're right, Hauser's feeling it. That one incomplete, overthrows Riles.
And Caden Hauser knew it. He knew that one was on him. He's got to get that ball down. That's dangerous over the middle of the field. You let that ball get away from you high.
He had completed 6 consecutive throws. That streak stops there, now 3rd and 4. Again, you can't pick a better start if you're Coach Harrell and ECU, but another 3rd and medium. Army could use the stop. Another throw for the Pirates. Breaks out. Dangerous. And it was caught by Spalding. How about that for a throw and a catch by Spalding? Casey Larkin cut in front of it, and Spalding was able to grab it right on the sideline.
It's the old smash concept. Hits on the underneath outside route and a corner on the inside.
And they're going quick, and another pass play. That's all throws, this time to Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith. 4 on the play. See what he does here on the stop. 2nd and 4.
So they throw to set up the run. That'll be a 1st down for Montgomery.
Well, and you're noticing when they get a 1st down is when they go fast. If they're not getting 1st downs, they're starting to slow it down a little bit. They know they're in control of the game. Want to make sure they get in the right call.
Like, how in condition do the big fellas up front have to be? They're probably feeding them 6,000 calories just to stay on a calorie count during a game. That'd be a loss of 1. That's Montgomery that gets bottled up, tackled by Shields.
Think about it. This is all you know. This is all you do all of the time. 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, what's the recruiting pitch to an offensive lineman? Hey, if you come here, you're going to run all the time.
And you're going to stay in shape.
Ride them out.
And you're going to look good in your uni.
You're going to be a fit offensive lineman.
That's right.
But you're still going to clean up on barbecue. Intercepted. Stephen Nadozi read Hauser's eyes, and that's what he did a week ago. Costly turnovers when they were driving, intended for Brock Spalding.
Yeah, over the middle of the field. It was getting a little crowded there a couple of times previously on a few plays back, and this one, Caden Hauser just doesn't.
That guy would have won the sports center push-up contest on the left today.
No doubt.
Look, this is the possession of the game for Army. They get the ball to start the 2nd half. They have 2 timeouts. They've been moving it. They just haven't been able to finish it. So Briggs Bartosh in the backfield. Coleman to throw. He has Bartosh if he wants him. Doesn't. I mean, I think he may have been out of bounds. I don't think that's going to be complete.
Well, did he come back in and reestablish himself?
That's a good point. Flags down, though. Hat was thrown as well.
Yep.
You saw Noah short. Jerry, what do you see?
Forced out, which is no foul on the offense. The official will throw his hat, indicating that a player is out of bounds, but that doesn't indicate that it's a foul. I think they're going to pick up the flag.
So they've
Illegal touching. Offense, number 15. Went out of bounds on his own and was the first to touch the pass. The penalty is loss of down at the previous spot. It'll be 2nd down.
all right. So they said on his own.
Looked like Raheem Craig, number 5, forced him out of bounds.
To me, that appears that he was forced out of bounds.
I agree with you, Jerry.
So the call didn't go Army's way. Loss of down, 2nd and 10. I mean, that was well executed. Coleman threw that right into Short's hip. It's going to go incomplete. Coleman, keeper, looking for space, doesn't get any. tandem tackle by DJ Johnson Jr. and Damian Wilson and a gain of 3, and now again 3rd and long. No success on these early downs has been the first half story. That and not being able to finish drives. You need something. Just 1 of 6 on 3rd down. You start the 3rd quarter with the ball. Coleman trying to get anything. He gets a decent bit of it back. And it's going to bring up a 4th and short. A gain of 6. It's going to be 4th and 1. I think Monken's going for it.
He is going for it. It's a big decision for Army on offense. This is their favorable down and distance.
11 of 16 on the season, tied with Tulsa for the first most 4th down conversions.
See if they try to hard count here. Well, they're going to stay back in the shotgun.
As the rain starts to come down here at Dowdy-Ficklin. Coleman. Nothing. Jamari Riddle. And Coach Monken went all in on that 4th down, and the ECU D-line just took over.
24, Tymeer Brown sets the edge on the outside as number 2, Jamari Riddle, who was one of our impact players coming into this game, runs the alley, and what a huge defensive stop for East Carolina on defense.
And all you saw was Pirates booty in the backfield. And East Carolina takes over deep in Cadet territory. They're going to go with Parker Jenkins now. And that play will take us to the 2-minute timeout. Caleb Fortner on the tackle.
2-minute timeout.
Army has asked a lot of their defense all night. As we go to the 2-minute timeout, they're going to need to at least hold ECU to a field goal up 21-0 here at the 2-minute timeout. By the great state of Texas. Speaking of Kevin Connors, thank you. 34 players on Army from the state of Texas. Tom Lubin, Bill Matt Berry, Harry Lyles with you. Parker Jenkins remains in the backfield, other side of the 2-minute timeout. Spins out of that one. Army had him corralled. Good second effort by Jenkins. Stephen Nadozi. He's going to bring up 3rd and short.
I like these 2 running backs, Matt. 5 and 7. Jenkins and Montgomery always falling forward.
That's going to be a penalty. Overthrows Brock Spalding. Larkin's going to get got for holding him.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 20. Penalties half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
You see right there.
Casey Larkin.
Spalding was getting ready to make his move. Larkin knew what was going to come if it did. Some people might be thinking it's uncatchable. However, we don't know if it was catchable. He was held.
Timeout, Army. That's their second. It'll be 30 seconds.
All right, so second timeout used for Army. How would you assess
Reset the game clock to 1 minute and 29 seconds.
what you've seen out of East Carolina here in the first half?
I think they've been super efficient. They've been able to run it when they want to. They've been effective in the passing game. Caden Hauser's got to continue to be smarter with the ball when they get into that high red zone area and securing the football, particularly in the passing game over the middle of the field.
297 first half yards. There's the Taco Bell Live Ma student section. Only one student section can claim the title of Live Ma student section of the year. Who will take the trophy home this year. I can tell you, based on what we've seen for the last 24 hours, if the student section that hangs out at Sup Dogs makes its way to the Boneyard, I like them in the playoff bracket.
You remember,
even
Matt?
those kids were at Sup Dogs.
Matt, you remember several years ago where I got that kid to eat the burrito in the end zone at Arizona State?
I do.
Sun Devil Stadium?
That's how we do it.
And that poor kid didn't know that burrito had been sitting out in the sun for about 10 hours.
Why would you do that to a kid? And why would you admit that on live TV?
He got over it.
All right, meet me in the club. It's going down. 2nd and goal. Jenkins still in the backfield. Jenkins stays up. A good job by Army. They swarmed the ball carrier. Final timeout for the Cadets. And a loss of 3.
Army, that is their 3rd charge timeout of the first half. It'll be 30 seconds.
I'm looking forward to Friday night. A couple of big games at Florida State, Virginia, Houston, Oregon State, the nightcap. Arizona State, TCU, we're going at it. We're reaching conference play. Look, you know, we talked about it on SportsCenter with some of the big games this weekend. You have to start playing them at some point because we don't know a lot about a lot of these teams. Penn State's got the worst strength of schedule in the country. 136 out of 136. Oregon's is 119. So theirs isn't great either. And so now we've got these two teams we know are talented that haven't played anybody talented. They're going to get to go in the field. We're going to learn a lot about a lot of teams.
Well, a big test at quarterback for both Penn State and Oregon. Dante Moore in his first really rowdy, raucous road game at night in a whiteout in Happy Valley. And then Drew Aller, he's got to start playing more efficiently at the quarterback position, start creating those plays. A lot of buzz about him as a first-round draft choice, and he's got to start playing big in big games.
3rd down. Hauser designed run. Army's all on it, and a late hit. That's going to get flagged every day of the week. There was already a flag down for holding, and Justin Weaver popped Hauser after he was already down.
They're going to get holding on Emmanuel Poku in the offensive line for East Carolina, but that should be negated here with the foul on what looks to be Justin Weaver, corner for Army.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one during the play, one after. Holding offense number 69, 10-yard penalty. After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense number 4. That foul will also be enforced. It carries an automatic first down.
All right, so they said 4. It was number 5, Justin Weaver. All right, so dead ball foul is why it's not offsetting.
Correct.
So the play happened with holding you see here on the right side. That happened during live play. And then you see here, ball is dead when Hauser slides. Ball, and there's your dead ball foul.
Cooper Trinatsky, right tackle of East Carolina, and then you see that late right there on the ground as Caden Hauser's already instituted a slide.
So that ended up being a net of 5. Push him back 10, move him up 15. And 1st and goal now from the 10. Parker Jenkins trying to spin off again, can't. Again, Army used all of their timeouts, trying to hold East Carolina to a field goal to give them something going into the locker room, getting the ball first. Quick pitch. Ball's on the turf. And Army comes up with it. Another red zone miscue by this Pirates offense. Eric Ford to tip the recovery. And how about that for Army? I said they needed something to go into the locker room with. Not only did they just not hold them to a field goal, they got nothing out of it in a turnover.
Yeah, and was able to do it without any timeouts remaining. And if you're Caden Hauser, you got to attack the end-man line of scrimmage. Make him commit to you prior to the pitch. Now, that was a bang-bang quick reaction right there from Hauser. Look at the length of Eric Ford, number 40, making a play for this Army defense. And we had just talked about it, Matt. The miscues in the red area out of the quarterback position have plagued this offense now for 2 weeks in a row.
ECU, their first 3 drives of the game, touchdowns. The last 3 drives, a punt and 2 turnovers. And Army's defense has only forced 2 turnovers all season. They've got 2 tonight. Let's see what Coleman can do with it. Rolls out to the right, throws it away. You played as good a half as you can if you're East Carolina. Blake Harrell's going to go into the locker room and say, guys, we cannot turn the ball over and get no points in the red area. You just can't do it.
Yeah, they would be looking at potentially having a 35-point lead going into the locker room if it comes to better decisions in the red area. And Army, when was the last time we saw this many pass attempts from an Army offense in a half?
To that end, 7 attempts by Coleman, just completing 3 of them for 25 yards. All right, ECU is going to use one of their 3 timeouts. As the rain is starting to come down hard here at Dowdy-Ficklin. And look, you brought it up. You brought it up, Luke, a minute ago. Army's defense giving up 21 points early. First 3 possessions for ECU, 3 touchdowns. But now Army's defense has slowed them down at 2 turnovers and a punt the last 3 drives.
Yeah, they're starting to settle in. They're keeping the ball in front of them. I think they're tackling a little bit better in the run game. Early on in that first quarter, East Carolina was able to run the football pretty effectively at will. And now Army is keeping this offense in. As to your point, Matt, no points allowed on the board on that drive as the Knights will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Because
now Monken goes into the locker room and says, guys, we've been here before. We've been down 21. We can find our way back. We've had a couple of missed passes. We've had a couple of turnovers. You can coach them right back in this game. Coleman, quick. Again, no timeouts. Ball to start the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be 3rd and inches. Clock will stop after a first down, but this is where Army's offense kind of gets them, that they don't have big pass play ability, and it looks as if Monken and Army are content with taking this to the half, and that's what they'll do. So we're seeing the fight from the Cadets after East Carolina had them on the ropes. 21-0 ECU. First time being shut out for Army in the first half since 2023 against LSU. So it is halftime in Greenville, North Carolina.
In a row now has got to come up with a way of getting out of their own way. Play clean football, sustain drives, and come up with some points.
And I'll tell you, if you look at Army, they'd been moving the ball and have not been able to capitalize. We take a look at tonight's Game Flu, brought to you by Progressive. And it started good for ECU. Touchdowns on 3 first possessions of the game.
Yeah, touchdowns, explosive plays. They were running the football. Here's Anthony Smith. He takes an inside release and blazes right back past the safety. Big play and then nice adjustment to secure the catch for the touchdown. And Javonte Connor, the tight end, slips pass off of the token fake in the backfield. And Caden Hauser delivers a strike. And this is the second of 2 drop touchdowns for Army on defense on that same drive, and then the turnover right there in the red area. Another turnover in the red area for ECU.
Give them and their defense a lot of credit. It's keeping them in this game. Again, I've said it already. They came back from 21 down last week to North Texas to force overtime. They've got that deficit tonight. As you see Hayden Reed back in the game, he was out briefly with an injury, had 2 costly drops early in this one that would have got Army on the board. And they're sticking with Dwayne Coleman. Dwayne Coleman at quarterback.
I think they're going to give him a series here and see if he can get something put together, sustain a drive, and take it from there.
Coleman's got space. There you go. That's good Army football. Let's go check in with Harry Lyles.
And I caught up with Jeff Monken moments ago. He told me that he told his guys in the locker room, hey, we've been here before, and he kept it pretty simple. He said, we just got to start making plays. Hayden Reed, you mentioned he's back in the game. It was a lower body injury, and he was dealing with a bloody nose as well.
Is Harry wearing a raincoat?
I am.
Without the rain.
My goodness.
I got to tell you guys, it's a lot more comfortable.
Oh, man.
You got to be sweating, though, man.
Now look, yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Not a drop of rain happening right now. You know Harry wanted to wear it because he bought it. Coleman. That's going to be a first down Army. So good start. Again, they weren't having success in the first half on early downs. Here they start the second half with the ball and already moving the chains.
Now, you've got to get 4+ on first down. Get yourself into second and manageable, third and short. That's your recipe. That clock's going to drain. And then now you're in a position where you don't have to drop back and throw it.
You see that 34th straight game with 100+ rushing yards. Carson Smith now in the backfield. Noah Short with the ball in space. There goes Short. Short. Just tripped up by Jamari Riddle. And Noah Short was off to the races for 60. Parker Poloski sprung him outside. DJ Johnson missed the tackle, and Jamarlee Riddle saved the touchdown.
Well, and Army just has them outflanked on the jet sweep action right here, and they beat ECU to the edge, and then it becomes a foot race. It's exactly what this Army offense needed to start the third quarter.
Again, they haven't been able to capitalize when they've moved the ball. Can they do it here and make it a game? Coleman going to keep it. Good job by the Pirates. First man there, Tegan Wilk, and Riddle again.
Man, those two safeties, we talked about it when we kicked this game off. Wilk and Jamarlee Riddle, they just come up and they make so many plays. The linebacker mentality, terrific tackling in the hole.
So impressive start to the third quarter here for the Cadets. Jake Radina in the backfield. Short in motion. Short with the ball, looking for a block. Can't get it. ECU strings him outside. Danka led the way, no gain.
They may have outflanked him on the big gainer that got him down inside the 5-yard line, but this time, East Carolina doing such a good job of not allowing to get reached on the perimeter and flowing to the football laterally. That's where the team speed of East Carolina is the advantage over Army on offense.
The field gets so much smaller here down near the goal line as Hayden Reed returns to the game. Coleman's going to keep it off of Reed's block, and he's going to be marked short. Damian Wilson right on it. And now decision time for Jeff Monken. You haven't been able to get any points. I think they're just going to go for it and say, we need a touchdown to get back in the game.
Yeah, kicking a field goal right here is not going to get them in the game if they continue to struggle to give up some explosives on defense, although they did play better there in the second quarter. You got to come away with 6 points here.
1 for 3 tonight on fourth downs. Coleman off the left side. Coleman in for a touchdown. Army finally punches it in. If you went in there and drew up a battle plan for Army in the second half, you say, guys, get the ball, be your play, go score a touchdown, and they've done just that.
Yep. About 4.5 minutes come off the clock. This is the recipe if you're Army. Now you get a little momentum, get a little confidence. Get some energy on your sideline.
Looks like they're lining up to go for 2, it appears. They haven't done it yet this season. 8 plays, 75 yards, 4.5 minutes. Coleman's still out there. You like this?
Don't know if they need it.
You're back in the game. You made it a game. You've got
you're in the game.
Attention.
Now listen, their book and their analytics may tell them this is the time to do this within the game if that's what they're going on. But you've put yourself squarely back in this ball game. Kick the extra point. and go play some defense.
Yeah, the defense has been playing well towards the back half of the first half, so Coleman and company's going to stay in. He's going to fake the pitch, take it outside. Does he have enough blockers? ECU's there and stops Noah short of the goal line.
And look who it is, Tegan Wilk, Jamarly Riddle. Both safeties getting after it, making the play at the point of attack, stretching it to the sideline, and then tackling in space. The two impact playmakers for East Carolina.
So it was Noah Short, the impact player for Army, that sprung the big one for 60. And then Coleman converts on 4th down. No 2-point conversion, but they're on the board. Army's still fighting, 21-6, start of the third quarter. On the board is Jeff Monken, elected to go for the 2-point conversion. Matt Berry, Tom Luganville, Harry Lyles back with you. Ed Sfida, stats man to the stars.
Renowned.
Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Monday nights, hangs out with us on Thursdays for fun. He was saying in the NFL, as we're going to see a kick return here. No, we're not. He's saying in the NFL, the book is saying now you're going to go for your 2-point conversions because the math says you're going to hit 50% of them. You're not going to hit 100% of your kicks because, I mean, it's a longer extra point attempt. What you and I was, at least what I was combating the argument with was, if you go and get and score, if you're Army and you miss another 2-point conversion, it's 21-12, you went from kicking extra points and making it a 1-score game to tie it to now making it a 2-score game.
And needing an extra possession.
Right. But you lose momentum. Look, I'll trust Monken. He knows a hell of a lot more than I do, but
I just thought Army was playing good defense.
It was an interesting call nonetheless. An easy call is Parker Jenkins, the running back. He started the half. It was London Montgomery that started the game. Jacob Tuioti on the tackle.
That was a really good tackle by Tuioti, working down the line of scrimmage, playing off blocks. Makes a big tackle for a short gain.
It's Parker again. And another good job by this Army defense. Remember, going into the half, Lugs, we had talked about it, we saw it on our game flow, brought to you by Progressive. First 3 possessions of the game for East Carolina, 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
Then they went turnover, punt, turnover. And Army's defense stepped up when they needed to keep them in this game. And here we have it, first possession, third quarter, 3rd and 5. Hauser over the middle, hits his guy in stride. That's Spalding.
Spalding! How many times have I spoken to you about your language?
Well done. And a gain of 20.
Really nice job over the middle of the field here by Spalding. Works that soft zone, snaps his head around. Terrific throw by Hauser.
Spalding again, quick shot out of him. That's going to be a minimal gain of 2. Again, the receiver's been spreading the ball around tonight. Anthony Smith, 3 catches, 87 yards. Yannick, 2 for 44. Spalding, 3 for 35. And the tight ends have gotten involved as well as Petaway. Good second effort there out of Jenkins. Casey Larkin grabs on. And I'd be stunned here in the second half if ECU doesn't rely on the running game.
They've had such success. They've owned the line of scrimmage, and it looks like Army's going to drop 8 here. Oh,
and Hauser reads it. Tries to get to that second level with it bare up front. And now it's going to bring up 4th down. Matt Gemma and Fortner on the tackle.
That was a good 5-man pressure by Army. Looked like they were going to drop 8, rush 3, but then they brought 2 off the edge to the left side of the offensive line, filled every gap.
This is a big spot in the game here. 4th and 2. Army coming off a touchdown. Can they get the stop they need? And is ECU even going to snap it? They do. Throw. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs. So going back to the last half, you had the turnover in the red zone, and now you have a touchdown and a stop on 4th down. What a job by Army's defense. The pass breakup.
And Mr. Pickett, I just wanted to ask you, when you and your son pulled up on this scene, what was going through your minds?
Wow, we saw the gentleman with the power lines under his car sparking and the power line on top of his vehicle, and he was in there unresponsive, so we knew we had to get him out. But it wasn't much time because of the fire and the sparks.
And obviously your son, very instinctive as well, just like you. Just sort of curious what you think this says about your son.
The world is finally finding out about Larry Pickett Jr., just like they're going to find out about Olivia Pickett and Lauren Pickett, our other children. We've always known. He's always been that type of person that's wanted to step in and help people. So it's not any surprise to us, the people who know him and love him.
Now, Mr. Pickett, you're working here tonight. Tell us what it is you're doing.
Well, I make videos. I produce content. We have a production company here that's in the Raleigh area. We started out with dealerships. I retired from the car industry, believe it or not, in 2021. And I was able to, I was blessed to be named one of the top 40 people in the United States under the age of 40 in the auto industry. And then I said, well, I can make commercials for the car industry. And then I switched to sports as well. So we do auto industry, we do sports, we do it all. So it's LarryPickett.com. Explains everything that myself and my wife do. We have 2 preschools in the Raleigh area that we own. We're elders of our church. We've got a lot going on. So the best thing to do, instead of saying, well, dealer training source and preschools and all that, it's just LarryPickett.com. But I'm here shooting for Black Knight Nation right now.
Sir, we appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Harry, great stuff. Thank you. Big third down. Coleman can run it. And he's going to be just short. Now, earlier in the drive, when Harry was interviewing Mr. Pickett, they had a trick play on a reverse and a throwback to the quarterback, and he was open.
He was
Coleman was open, and they elected not to throw it. And it all comes down now to this. On this drive, after getting the turnover on downs, can ECU return the favor?
I think you got to go heavy quarterback run here.
Inches. Coleman. Short. They're not getting any push on that defensive front, and it was DJ Johnson Jr. that came up with the stop.
The initial penetration by Zion Wilson, number 54, he splits the gap and is able to force Dwayne Coleman lateral instead of getting north and south, which allows Damian Wilson, number 10, to square up, make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, along with his partner, DJ Johnson.
So what a break for the ECU defense. They get stopped on 4th down. The defense comes out and stops Army on 4th down. And it's now ECU ball right at midfield. Marlon Gunn Jr. in for the first time tonight. And Lugs, I'm starting to wonder if London Montgomery isn't banged up. He didn't start the first possession. He's their leading rusher on the night. We haven't seen him back as Marlon Gunn in for the first time, and his first carry goes for 7.
Well, and it's a position of depth. Parker Jenkins, we've seen a lot of tonight. You're right on London Montgomery, and then Marlon Gunn there is a 215-pounder. They can pound the rock here if they want to. You know, East Carolina does not have to throw the football. They have owned the line of scrimmage tonight when they have chosen to run it.
Marlon Gunn gets the first down on his own. He's a good-looking running back as well. You talk about depth. Hauser is going to take a shot downfield. That was just an easy route tree catch for Yannick Smith. Just put it right on the numbers for 12 yards, and here comes the tempo again, and you wonder if that stop kind of ignited East Carolina. Yeah. 4 consecutive stops for the Army D on this offense. They're going to need another one here. Gunn again, up the middle. Boy, he just goes north and south. Javante Connor with the block. That's a gain of 9.
This offensive line gets set so quickly.
And that's a good job by Army's defense. They knew the run was coming. Caleb Fortner right there had the big play on the 4th down stop earlier, and now it's a loss of 2 and a 3rd down.
That Army defense is really starting to creep up towards the line of scrimmage. More players in the box. They're committed to stop the run. That's going to give some one-on-one opportunities if they want to go with that token fake and allow Caden Hauser to get the ball downfield.
Gunn on 3rd and short. Army again puts hats on him. And it looks like he's going to be inches short in another 4th down. How about this to start the second half?
Yeah.
ECU 4th down and out. Army 4th down and out. And now the Pirates again 4th and short. Gun. Got it.
Well, I don't know here, Matt. That spot, when that official came running from the far sideline.
This is going to be on the spot. It looked like he got over the line to gain, but Army says they stopped him. And they did. Wow.
I initially thought he got the line to gain as well, and then I saw that official from the top of the screen come running in.
That ball's short.
That ball is short.
How about that? No conversion, 3 consecutive 4th down stops in the 3rd quarter. Why not? Keeping the Cadets in this one against ECU with the ball now, down 21-6 with 3:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Coleman to fake, has space outside. You thought it looked like he was going to spin, but he kind of just turned his back into that tackle. Nonetheless, got a 1st down brought down by Wilk.
You know, you go back to that last drive on 4th down right there, and I understand where Blake Harrell's coming from. He thinks if he can get in the red area, put some points on the board, he puts this thing away. But if he would have kicked the field goal right there and you get 3, it's a three-score game.
See what happens when you let computers into the game and numbers and analytics. Somewhere in the book, like the analytics book. Oh, you know, we just walked into my soapbox for the night. Some whistles after the play, a short gain. When they hand the coach the analytic book,
yeah,
it should say on the cover, beware, we don't like points. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand going for 2 down there and not kicking the extra point. I don't understand not kicking the field goal because a book says don't do it. When does the book have gut instinct? God, I'm done. God, I feel so much better.
You okay now?
I am now.
Okay.
All right, Coleman, nice game, bringing up a 3rd and medium.
It's funny, too, when you talk to coaches and you ask them the question that you're talking about right there, you'll get a lot of, listen, we're going to rely on it, but at the end of the day, it's a gut instinct. It's something you feel, and you're going to kind of go with your feel, or what is the tone of the game? Where's momentum? But clearly, it's been by the book tonight for both of these teams.
The book is not a human factor. 3rd and 5. Short. Can't get away. Can't find space from Damian Wilson. And just like we thought, a defensive battle here in the 2nd half as we have an injured Pirate.
Injury timeout for a member of the defense.
It is DJ Johnson Jr. that's down for ECU. Again, Noah Short, the ball carrier, tried to get it outside in a drive after some momentum for that defense. They're stretching him, which more often than not, when they're stretching, it's a cramp. It's been hot and humid in this area. The heat index was over 100 today, and it's still humid out there tonight. Certainly don't want to speculate. He's had a big night tonight, 2 tackles, or 8 tackles rather, 2 solo. What a 3rd quarter we've had of back and forth defensive stops. Let's see DJ Johnson up. Got some hydration. Get some pickle juice.
That's right. Salt tablets, let's go.
We're off and running. I mean, it has been. It's It's been humid. It's hot.
It's hot. For late September, we're almost in the month of October, and it's felt like a summer day here in Greenville, North Carolina.
So Army's going to bring on the punting unit and continue to rely on their defense. And why wouldn't you? 5 consecutive stops.
Well, and this time you're going to be able to flip field position. This defense for Army's been on a short field each of the last 2 series.
Yeah, right. It's been back and forth right around midfield with all these stops.
Yep.
Is Kyler Pearson deep to receive the punt. Kind of a low spiral dart that goes over his head. And you mean flip the field. He's going to let that go all the way down to the 1-yard line. That is unbelievable. A 71-yard punt, and somewhere Pat McAfee just lit up a cigarette. I mean, that is punting perfection.
Long snapper Owen Walter snaps and has to run 71 yards to down the ball. This was a missile.
This is great. He ran and kicked that like a Stinger 4-iron. Credit 32, by the way, for not touching that ball with where he was. I mean, this was absolutely perfect football. And Army does exactly what they intended to do. Christopher Williams with the headsy play.
Look at all of that real estate behind this Army defense. Zachy, how you draw it up?
I mentioned London Montgomery a drive ago. He's now the back. And heavy personnel when you're situated at your 1. Doesn't take a... Figure out what you got to do there. Run it right up the gut.
Well, it did last week. They were in the exact same spot, if you recall, in the first half before the end of the second quarter against BYU, and decided to throw it and threw a pick 6.
You know, does Jeff Monken know his team or what? He goes, we have a lot of inexperienced guys that haven't played a lot of football, but they're smart and they're tough and they never give up. And we've seen that right in front of our eyes tonight. They've made this a game when early on it was dire.
A lot of fight. And they know if they get points on the board one time that they're back in the game. There's that sense of momentum and confidence and energy.
And I bet ECU just wants to get this thing to the 4th. And that's what they're going to do. And we're going to go to the 4th quarter here in Greenville, North Carolina. In the American opener for ECU at home. 21 right out of the gate. They haven't scored since. A lot of emotion here to start the 3rd quarter. We're going to go.
We need to convert this first down and move the ball down the field and go score. Put some points on the board. Probably should have kicked the field goal earlier, but we got to make up for it here in the 4th quarter. Go finish the game. No quarter song playing. Let's go do what Pirates do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Aaron.
All right, so we were talking about earlier about the field goal, and he knows now probably should have done it as Montgomery tries to weasel his way past the first down change, and he does. That's a gain of 5. Broke through the Andon Thomas tackle. Both Thomas and Fortner have had big nights defensively. All right. This is what we've been talking about with your success on the ground against an Army defense that doesn't do a great job stopping the run. I mean, how many times do you need to throw it here on this drive?
Well, and this is also where you got to slow it down if you're ECU.
Hauser sacked. Here you go. So now Army working ahead. Loss of 8.
Running back Montgomery right there. He's just late to pick up the edge rusher. And then the edge rusher comes to the inside after he oversets. But again, line up and run the football right there.
Play fake again. More pressure. Montgomery out of the backfield. Wasn't ready for it. Perhaps a little hot from Hauser. And now you've got 3rd and forever for Army with the field coming their way.
Jack Latorre that time applying the pressure for Army along the defensive front. And keep in mind, too, if you don't convert this, you're backed up. If you're punting from your own end zone, you better be ready. 3-man rush here, drop 8.
And they're going to run it with Montgomery to get something back, and they're going to get an opportunity. Is Army Ball's going to be spotted at the 10. And how about that for field position, tactical work out of Army? They get the bomb for the punt of 70-plus yards to get him at the 1. They flip the field on their end, and now they hold him on defense.
Well, and you line up on a 3rd and 5, you're East Carolina, you run the football, and you get the first down, and then turn it over and turn around and drop back and try to throw the football on first down.
Lloyd Benson, the 3rd, is at the 50. They brought the block. Now, that's an interesting play because ECU falls on it, and it was really close to an Army player. But I don't know. We'll have to take another look at this, but I don't know that it ever hit him.
I actually think it hits an East Carolina player who was engaged with the Army player.
The field is an illegal touch by East Carolina. Ball will be placed at that spot. It'll be first down Army.
Look at that, spitting Lugs. Nailed it.
Look at this field position, Matt.
I mean, if you're a coach, this is exactly how you draw it up. Pin them deep, make the stop, get good field position. They're starting in ECU territory. They're going to keep moving the ball again. Ball starting at the 42-yard line of ECU. This is the best starting field position for anybody tonight. So it's Hayden Reed in the backfield. Noah Short in motion. Coleman going to keep it. I'll tell you, the quarterback run tonight just hadn't really been there. They've tried to get Coleman in there up the middle, and he hasn't had too many creases.
And it was really successful a week ago versus North Texas at home, particularly late in the second half when they were climbing back into the game. But East Carolina, a different animal along that defensive front inside.
The leading rusher tonight for the Cadets, Noah Short, 11 carries, 127 yards. Coleman, 21 carries for 54. Play clock was at 1. Coleman going to throw. Keeps his eyes downfield, drops it back to Short, and he can't keep his momentum. And that's actually going to lose him a yard. So now 3rd and long, and already Army not doing much with this perfect field position. You just wonder why you get out of doing what you're good at.
Right. This is very reminiscent of what we saw in the first quarter from Army, not having success on 1st and 2nd down. Completely takes you off script. And now you become predictable in an area that's not your bread and butter, and that's the passing game.
You're not a 3rd and 10 team.
Right. Nobody is.
Maybe you get some of that yardage back. You're definitely going to go for it on 4th down. We'll see what Army does here. They're going to give the ball to, no, they're going to fake it to Short. Coleman can't do a thing. Jackson Barker in a loss of 1. And at this point, at 4th and 11, I mean, I'd play field position again and try to pin him deep.
I would punt this football right here, pin him deep. Force East Carolina to have to start making some plays. Right now, Army's playing their hearts out on defense.
With a whole 4th quarter to go.
Yes.
This is shocking. Your defense has had 5 consecutive stops, and you're going for it 4th and 11. Coleman over the middle, caught, and oh, this is going to be so close. Noah Short caught the ball. Yeah, he's not going to get it. That was 4th down, and he probably got 11 and a half of the 12 yards. You see Noah looking at the replay board here in the stadium. Coleman right at the line, and Noah Short tries to get it, but he's just short. All right, 21-6 ECU trying to get out of this pesky game with Army. Lou, we've talked about it now, better part of the second half with East Carolina at this point. You'd think stay the ground, right?
Yeah, keep it on the ground and then slow down between plays.
Because I think your point was valid in that Marlon gun there on first down. You just run it every play, keep the clock running, and punt it. If you don't get it, you're at least shortening the game.
They're going to run out of time, correct, especially the way they're playing offense. But even right here, there's no need to line up this quickly and snap this ball.
That's a first down on the ground. Again,
I know it's who they are, and I get that. And I understand that's their mentality. They want to be aggressive. They want to get people out of position or not lined up correctly and snap the ball. But you're in control of this game.
That's the third consecutive run, and that's all you need to be doing. Just right up the middle. So Gunn's come in and provided a spark at a gain of 15. So 3 rushes and 2 first downs out of it. Gavin Shields and Larkin bring him down, but you're right, they just get up and go. And when you look at Gunn, he's already got 50 yards on 10 carries. He's probably going to get 2 more, so 52 yards on 10 carries. Montgomery, 13 carries for 54 yards. And 142 rushing yards on the night for the Pirates.
And really, the only thing slowing this down now is substitution.
Yeah.
Because now they have to allow Army to get their players on the field.
So Montgomery back in the backfield. Montgomery going to take it right up the middle, and they're getting chunk yards of play. This is when you call your offensive linemen and the offensive unit to the sidelines. You guys, we're going to steal their heart on the ground. We're not going to throw it one more time, and we're going to go down the field and we're going to score. And now it's going to be 4th with a loss of 2. It's going to be 4th and 3. But it gets to 4th down quick. That's
right. I mean, barely a minute has gone off the clock since this drive started.
It's something to watch. So 4th and 3. Does Army have another one in them? Early movement, got back onside. Play clock at 3.
Timeout, East Carolina, that's their first. It'll be maybe a timeout.
All right, so they're going to call a timeout on 4th and 3. We'll take it with them to see what they decide to do here in an interesting second half from Greenville. This will be a fun way to start week 4, 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern. And Jeff Blake, one of the great deep ball throwers of all time.
He helped build this house.
Field goal of 50 yards now for Nick Mazzy. Fake. Got it. Pirates. Touchdown. Just like you drew it up. Kyler Pearson.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The backup holder on a 50-yard field goal, and that's where we get our offense in the second half. Pearson for 32. And you wonder if that's going to do it for Army. And now the starting holder's in. I'm not even sure how to describe this second half of football.
Listen, I mean, that's a bold call right there. You pull the right guard, and then the holder picks up, splits the defenders at the line of scrimmage, and does the rest with the wheels. But you know, listen.
Because Justin Weaver had penetration.
Right, absolutely. You could punt that. You could have quick kicked it from your quarterback position. And instead, you line up, you substitute the holder for your better athlete, and you block it ideally at the point of attack. Good vision there from Pearson, and he does the rest.
You know, he's the primary punt returner. and no one saw on the other sideline that 0 snuck in.
Well, remember what happened in our opening game with South Florida and Boise State?
They stuck in the third-string quarterback
To punt. Yep.
And that was the game changer for South Florida over Boise State. The fake punt dropped the dime.
Sure was.
These special teams coaches, they'll get you. There's some squirrely fellas. They've always got one drawn up.
I think Blake Harrell, the head coach at East Carolina, said, we got to do something to just break this rut.
The best part about it is it came out of a timeout.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Things get weird on Thursdays. I'm just telling you, industry night's weird. We've got Pirates. We've got a new quarterback for Army. We thought we'd see 2, but this is pretty late in the game. I think Hellam's probably a little bit better of a thrower. Dwayne Coleman's night done. He started the spring as the 3rd-string quarterback, set a record against Kansas State with 41 carries. And he's going to start this one with a carry. That's one of the biggest gains we've seen tonight, other than Noah Short. So here comes Helms, brought down by Reason for a gain of 21. Raheem Craig banged up on the play. He's going to come right off the sideline.
When we were just discussing earlier in the break, you know, we haven't seen all that much triple option from Army tonight. And now all of a sudden, Cale Helms comes into the game. It's exactly what they go to.
I'm going to need my drive to Raleigh tonight to digest all of it.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Process it.
Yeah. There's Helms again. Again, a good story when you start as a 3rd-string quarterback and you come in because of injuries. A gain of 2. So a little programming note, our crew, we do not have a Thursday night football game next week. I believe Major League postseason is going to be on. Then we return to action the following Thursday with this ECU team. They'll travel to New Orleans. We'll see our guy John Summerall in Tulane.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good one, ECU in Tulane in a few weeks. So we're looking forward to that as Helms tries to do it on his own. Gets a couple out of it. And I love going out there to New Orleans, Tulane. That stadium, so good, old school.
Isn't it cool?
It's a great stadium. Yeoman's great. Looking forward to getting back out there and seeing Tulane play a very talented ECU team. But first things first, 3rd and 5, 28-6. Oh, what a hit. That was big football out of number 1, Jackson Barker. So already a tall task, going to come down to this. Army 2 of 6 on 4th down tonight. Helms trying to follow a blocker. Can he get the push? And it looked like he did. It's going to be a 1st down Army. You're going to need to score here pretty quick with the clock ticking down. I mean, it's 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, they got to get going here.
Helms to throw. Everyone covered, keeps it. Listen, all the credit in the world to this Army program and this Army team tonight. It was 21-0 before you could get back into your seats. And all they've done is stayed in it and fought and tried to get back in this game, which they did. And they're still not giving up, down 28-6 with 5 minutes left to play.
They just needed a play or two here and there. You know, you had the drop touchdown, really 2 of them on the same drive. A turnover, you know, when you're starting to drive and you're getting plus 30. Once again, self-inflicted wounds for this Army program.
You know, I think those drops early is Jamarlee Riddle with the big hit on Briggs Bartosh. The drop early by Hayden Reed to get him back into this game to make it 21-7. I think at that point it's 21-0. And then they had started moving the ball and had the turnovers. Yep. And they just, you're right, they never took advantage of an opportunity that was given to them when, at one point, they had 6 consecutive stops of the East Carolina offense. Helms to throw. Off his back foot. Incomplete. It's intended for number 11. Toby Olawale, and now another 4th down. Helms, time, caught. That was Samari Howard.
Got to get moving here.
Another good gain by Helms. By the way, how strong early on has this American Conference been?
Top to bottom.
I mean, top to bottom. Like North Texas, how about them?
They're a handful.
They're a tough out. You're not going to want to screw with them if you got something on the line. Memphis has been great. South Florida, we talked about. We had them in the opener against Boise State. They went on that run, beat Florida. Tulane. I mean, this is a good league right now. Navy's at the top with 2 conference wins, 3-0 on the season.
Well, we saw Rice last week, Matt, and that team's going to be difficult to handle with some of the things they're doing on offense right now.
3-1, 1-0 in conference. I mean, this is a good football league with some of these teams. And Memphis getting a statement win for the American last week.
Huge.
When they beat Arkansas, we've already seen an American team take down another SEC team in Florida with South Florida, and a good stop there by ECU. That's Preston Carr.
Big boy getting after it, splitting the gap.
He's healthy. You know, but that guy's had a meal at Sup Dogs.
Yep.
My man's had one of those Sup Dog dogs. You had one of those today. Was it good?
Oh, man. Unbelievable. Thank goodness we're coming back here.
Helms takes it out of bounds just shy of the 2-minute timeout, chased by Barker. You know, when we were in there in between Sports Center shows today, we had to go in and hydrate and get some water. And they were walking by with a tray of the gnarliest tater tots I've ever seen. Rankings brought to you by Prudential. We're going to finally see some of those teams that are up near the top of the rankings play some opponents worthy of the ranking. And it all culminates with that big one in Georgia with Alabama and LSU going to the Grove.
And how about the news coming out of Norman, Oklahoma this week? Wow, the loss of John Mateer. What he's meant to that team early.
I didn't see it during the game, did you?
I think he hit his hand on a helmet, follow through on a throw.
When we had that news on Sports Center the other day, as Helms is going to roll out on 3rd down and get popped. When we saw that news come out, I was just kind of surprised. Like, you know, because we will look, for the record, we've got 9 games on in studio at a time, so you're watching as many of them, but I just never remember something that would have required surgery. That Oklahoma shot, by the way, with the schedule at the end of the season was going to be difficult. You take the Heisman front runner out, it's going to be even hard.
And also the only component right now to their offense that could perform any type of run game.
Do you like trivia?
I love trivia.
Not really trivia.
Doesn't mean that I'm any good at it.
And I'll get to it after this play. It's not really a kind of trivia question. But you're on top of it, so I think you're going to get it. 4th down. Helms. Overthrows short. All right. We'll be back with the conclusion of this game, plus my trivia question heard around the world. Sit on the edge of your seats. It's a good one, kids.
Strength. He can make all the throws. What he's got to do, and Anthony Smith made a great play for him right there, but he's got to start making better decisions when they are closing out drives and get into the plus 30 in that high red zone. Too many turnovers from Caden Hauser. He's got a lot of promise because he can make those throws and he's decisive.
We're going to end the game here on the ground. Backup quarterback in for ECU. That's Mike Wright. So the book on ECU tonight, 3 touchdown drives of 70-plus yards on their first 3 possessions, 429 yards. Total offense leading into that play we saw right there, 178 yards rushing. All right, trivia time.
All right.
John Mateer was the Heisman Trophy favorite until the injury that is going to take him out for some time. Who is now listed is the Heisman Trophy favorite according to ESPN Bet?
Fernando Mendoza.
How did you know that?
Because that Fernando Mendoza might end up being a top 5 overall pick.
He's a big kid, too. It's Indiana. I mean,
he's a dude.
Did you see what they did to Illinois?
It was almost flawless.
They didn't even put a parental warning on that game.
You got to get a note from your mother to play in that game.
28-6, the final here. We've got East Carolina the next few weeks. What did you see out of them tonight as they get ready to embark on a really tough American League?
Listen, they're athletic. They've got talent. They've got depth. Solid quarterback play. But they're not immune to the self-inflicted wounds that have held them back just a little bit. We're just seeing, we're scratching the surface of, I think, what Blake Harrell's team could be.
So Blake Harrell, 8th win in his first 11 games. For Tom Luganville, Harry Lyles, and the whole crew, I'm Matt Barry. SportsCenter is going to be coming up with Shea Cornett and Trevor Scales. They've got plenty to talk